Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn from?
Whoa, okay.
All right, this is pretty sweet. Wait, yours makes noise?
Yeah, well, it's a Target version. It's not even the real.
Get the version.
Dork forces! Dork forces! Dork forces! Dork forces! Dork forces! Dork forces! Do it!
Hello there. Kyle Katarn here.
I'm the Bendu. Sorry, that hello there was a little silent. My timing was off. But you know what? Hello there anyway to everyone in the chats and everyone watching us live. Episode 109. Hello.
109.
Hello.
Yes.
Almost like how hot it is for you, it seems, best friends.
Oh my God, dude.
Usually it is
Oh
me
my
complaining of the
God.
heat and how 109 seems to be very close to the weather here. But unfortunately, it seems our friends in the Pacific Northwest aren't doing too hot. Or they are doing a little too hot. I guess
Hot
that's
over here. Yeah, I spent the last week down in California on a trip, and it got pretty hot. It was pretty consistently like 106 in Central California near like Three Rivers. And then I was so happy to be back in Seattle. I was like, yes, okay, I get a little reprieve from the heat, cool off a little bit. Nah, man, it's 97 right now. That's just gross. That's just too hot for me. And I get it. It's the middle of July. I should get with the times. It's summer.
Right, it is true. That is
I was
true.
hoping
If
for some-
anything, this is the
hoping for a little
middle of summer. This is the dead middle of summer. Yes. Thank you, Infinite Possibilities. There was a lot of travel last week, but it was a very nice, interesting week off. There was a lot that did happen within pop culture, and a lot of which we'll be talking about. So I think Katarn will start things off first here.
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing actually is kind of unfolding right now, and that's the discussion about the Emmy nominations for 2025. And of course, everybody's favorite show, Andor, is in the mix. I don't know. It did get nominated for a couple things, but I think a lot of people are feeling kind of snubbed in terms of Diego Luna not getting a nomination. Yeah, let's talk about it a little bit.
Did get nominated, if not the leading actor.
So, okay, yeah, I've got all the information in front of me here. I've got a very long list of nominations in terms of leading actor. Let's see, there's lead actor in a comedy, lead actor in a drama. Yeah, I'm just gonna look it up because my information's a little jumbled in front of me here.
A little askewed. But yes, being able to travel, I'm very glad that you were able to travel and manage to do your road trip and everything quite safely.
It was fun. You know what? It was really fun. It definitely pushed me to my limits of sitting in a car for a really long time. Drove down about 12 hours to San Francisco, and
then to everyone asking in the chat, we will be doing a deep breakdown. Katarn hasn't gone through all of his photos yet, and out of so much goodness, I will tell you some of the things that I have just been briefly graced with what Katarn has seen.
Oh my God! Right?
Relics, the fucking relics, my friends.
I got to go to special places while I was visiting, and I got to see some pretty wild stuff. Some of which I'm actually allowed to show you guys. So that's our little teaser. That won't be today because, there were some mishaps, and I actually had to buy a new phone on the trip, and I have to retrieve all my photos. It's a whole thing. But hopefully I'll have some stuff to share with you guys this time next week, all about my little trip somewhere secret, somewhere safe. Yes. But for now, let's talk about the Emmys. So Diego Luna did not get a nomination. Okay, his category would have been Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series, and the nominees were Adam Scott for Severance, Gary Oldman in Slow Horses, Sterling K. Brown in Paradise, Noah Weil in The Pit, and Pedro Pascal for The Last of Us. of those shows, just for context, The Last of Us, Severance, Slow Horses, The Pit, and Paradise. I've only seen 2 of them. Okay, I've watched The Last of Us,
Yeah,
and I watched Paradise.
I haven't even seen the most recent season of Last of Us. I only saw the very first season when it came out, and then I've just been too distracted by so many other amazing shows. Sci-fi
is generally not kind of the prestige category.
Same with stunt actors. Horror is kind of hit or miss, unfortunately. But like, because the Emmys is also TV shows, well, quote unquote TV shows, and now they have to like kind of go towards streaming and streaming specific things. So like, 2 of those shows might be just on Amazon, or like one of those shows might just be on Paramount Plus. So
which
really
does limit the audience, sure.
Right. So it's like it's only very targeting specific audiences. So it's like if something gets nominated, like it should be something, I don't know, that somehow should be gauged on like percentage of views or of watching, and then sort of like out of these projects, like what was the best out of these categories. But it should be done out of views and streaming, like streaming percentages. And if anything, I feel like Andor probably was streamed and downloaded from a lot of households and a lot of different platforms, way more than some of those other shows.
I hear what you're saying, and I think that there's definitely some truth to that. I will point out that there are like quite a few things that got noms here that are Disney Plus productions. And so like that audience is still voting on stuff, and that audience is still like weighing in on these choices. Like the Beatles 64 documentary, that was a Disney Plus thing. That got a nomination, as did John Williams' music for several things. The Marvel What If and the What If 1872, Marvel Animation got nominations for that as well. The Andor episode Who Are You was nominated for writing. Yeah, Disney Plus
only a
overall
specific episode. They didn't even do the whole show. That's interesting.
Well, there's multiple different categories and ways to get nominated. I've heard that The Pit is fantastic. I'm actually looking forward to reacting to The Pit with Hera on Grizzled Wizard. I've been kind of keeping hush about that because we're trying to set a couple things up so I can just sort of, open the floodgates and all the content happens. But The Pit is actually in the works, so you can stay tuned for that. I'm really looking forward to it because that and Severance, everyone I know has told me to watch these shows, and usually that's a sign that I'm gonna enjoy it. But this is kind of helpful for us. We've got to break down nominations by network and streamer. Okay, so the most nominations.
What is The Pit?
HBO and Max. Sorry, what?
I was going to ask what The Pit was, and then I was like, God damn it, I'll just Google it.
The Pit is a show set in a hospital. It's a drama. I just got finished saying that I haven't seen it, so I'm not the best person to ask. But that is
the bit. Like that was the perfect synopsis that I was.
Yes, drama show set in a hospital, kind of an ER vibe. I understand that like the entire season is like a shift, or like it's like one of those real time continuation kind of things. But again, that's me parroting what I've heard. I haven't seen it. But the most nominations went to HBO and Max with 142. So good for them.
I mean, that's kind of not surprising. They've been playing this game for a very long time.
Yes, yeah. I mean, they kind of made this. Netflix is in second place with 120, which makes sense because Netflix just dumps so much money into so many projects. Like they're bound to get some winners. You cast the net that wide, you're going to get some hits. Apple is behind that with only 79. ABC in fourth place with 37 nominations. FX on Hulu coming in with 35. NBC under them with 29. And then in eighth place, Disney Plus with 28 nominations.
Yeah, that's surprising. Wow. Okay.
So Disney's in here. They're holding their own. They're drawing some water. They got 28 nominations. They are not holding a candle to giants like Netflix and HBO Max and Apple with their triple-digit nominations. Like they really kind of brought in the big guns here. But I'm honestly like the fact that Disney got 28. They did better than CBS. They did better than Hulu. They did better than Peacock, Prime Video, Comedy Central, MTV, Fox, Paramount Plus, Nat Geo, PBS, Bravo, Roku, AMC. Adult Swim got 2 noms. Fuck yeah. Them's my boys over there. Good for you, Adult Swim. BBC America got 2. Disney Discovery Channel got 2. I bet you neither of them were for Ghost Adventures. Shudder and Food Network. So they did come in front of a lot of networks.
Yeah.
Give them their credit. But again, like the giants are out here, like HBO and Netflix, really kind of making the moves.
Well, I mean, now that
lower decks and sections.
so I had to Google it. I had to Google it because now I was like absolutely curious. Because like Rings of Power, our girl, that shining jewel, the best fucking thing that's come out of Amazon, that's coming out of whatever Amazon's like streaming show is. They only got nominated for special effects. So they didn't get anything for writing, for set design, for nothing.
Okay. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it because I think the special effects were far and away the most impressive thing about the Rings of Power. Like, don't get me wrong, I actually really liked the score. I liked the acting performances. The writing, like, it carried me through. The story was there. But my God, dude, the visuals were what made my jaw drop to the floor, like every single episode. So that's, if they had to get a nom for a single thing, I think visuals is totally appropriate. Like, I'm not mad at that. That works for me.
Amazon Prime. I was like, what the fuck? What is their thing, Nate? What is their name? Yeah.
Yeah. Amazon Prime Video. They're all renaming. HBO and Max is now HBO Max again. Like, it's slowly.
Really?
Yeah, they just announced that like 2 weeks ago. They're HBO Max again. It's like, what is going on?
Watch
streamers having identity crises out here. It's because I think it's because the streaming model is finally starting to bloat and implode on itself. Like, it was so hyper profitable, but now it's been saturated. Too many people are doing it, starting to fall apart. And we've got executives in here scrambling. They're like, what is the problem? I know. Let's change the name.
Let's try to simplify.
If we could just rebrand 6 or 7 more times, we'll stop hemorrhaging money. It's not the show budgets. It's not, green lighting and canceling constantly in a really public way that affects like people's confidence in no, it's definitely the name. So HBO Max is HBO Max again. It just keeps going on. I mean, I think the pandemic did it too, but in a way that I really wouldn't have expected, because you'd think that the pandemic is just like creating this captive audience at home. You'd think that all the numbers would be through the roof, right? And I mean, that is kind of what happened. But you're right. I guess I understand what you're saying. Competitors felt blood in the water. They saw the profitability, and now the market is just so damn saturated. No one can really get anything off the ground. And because we always sort of base budgets for these projects on the success of what came before it, these super, super bloated price tags are being attached to these shows that really don't need it. And it's becoming harder and harder to justify renewing them because of the price attached. Like this goal, this threshold you have to meet to maintain profitability is insane.
Well, Brian, I absolutely hear you. The insert of advertising, I will say, good God,
the kids are gonna love it.
By the grace of Gandalf. I mean, like, at least if anything, it's reminded me of what old TV was like, and then it's just a point where you just have to mute it, and then like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do a quick Pokemon battle here real quick until like commercial comes back, and then you're like, all right, let's go. But then you have to choose which streaming service is more important to you, to where like Disney Plus, I cannot, for the sake of streaming, we can't have commercial breaks, so I have to make sure that we're paying for no ads, versus like, I don't care with HBO, or I don't care with other streams, or if we watch, because we have Roku, so we get like the
we're slowly working our way back to cable. It's gonna become a full circle thing, because all these new problems that arise, we solve them by moving back in that direction every time. And it was a great idea, but it there's just too much. It's exploded into something that's not sustainable, and now streamers don't really know what to do. Howdy, fellas. I'm working on a Boba Fett illustration where he's taking out rebels. Nice. Stumped on which alien species I should make the last 2. Okay, well, I've got some favorites that I could throw to you for sure, but I would love to hear what species you've already got in there.
Like how
many rebels we talking? Also, what's your human to alien ratio when you draw a group of aliens? Because I like my rebels pretty good in Alien.
Pretty 50-50.
There's a couple of shows and a couple of games where there's like the token alien, and it's just like a cast of humans, and that's always bothered me. I've always wanted there to be a token human character and just all aliens. That's what I would like to see. But if you want some good rebel aliens, man, let's get a Dracelian in there. All right, let's get a Duros. Maybe a Bith, because I like it when the Bith get their hands dirty. They're better. They're more than just musicians. They can really fight.
It's true.
A Doug rebel would be pretty cool too. What are you thinking, Bendu?
I mean,
throw out
I
some
was
species
really
here for him to choose from.
we have yet to ever see it, but I would love to see a Zabrak rebel. Like the only time we've seen, brown skin, modern day good side Iridonian Zabraks was in the Jedi Council. We haven't seen any since the prequels. So it's like, give me my horned dudes, give me my Darth Maul people.
I am about to make your day, actually.
Because like I know he's a skin in Battlefront, right?
He's not just a skin, he's the dude. He's the heavy man.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Or like the other rebel that I really like.
You're saying you want to see him on screen. You want to see him be like a character, right? That's what you're saying.
All the above.
Because we've got this guy right here. That's your Battlefront heavy. He's even got like the same tribal tattoos.
I know, that's pretty wild. Like, yeah, that's
I love the Battlefront Zabrak, actually. So
that's Timu Darth Maul is what that is.
That's
Wish.com Maul.
Hey now. Disrespectful. This man's a hero. Out.
Ted, I got your voucher.
Out.
Admiral Thrawn. That's what I'm saying. We only see them we've only seen them in video games, and the only times we've seen live action Zabraks or Iridonians have been in the prequels.
You're absolutely correct, and that point still stands. I'm just saying, as someone who has fought, bled, and died in the trenches with that Zabrak, he's a goddamn hero. You put some respect on him. We've never seen one on screen, but my God, is he a rebel? He saved my life more times than I can count.
I love me a good Trandoshan. If you like,
yes,
like give him blue skin Trandoshan. I want to see a blue lizard. I want to see a blue lizard dude.
I like it. A blue Trando who's fighting for the good side. And he could have like a Wookiee best friend, and they've got like a complicated thing going, like mutual respect. Yeah. Like, I used to hunt you, and like you kicked my ass, and now we're friends.
You ripped my arms off, and then you ripped my arms off and buried me in the beach, and now we're cool.
Now imagining like some super cheesy music video style thing of how like my hand used to hold a weapon, and then you tore my arm off, and then it grew back holding a flower.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, that's it. That's the symbol of friendship. A Wookiee hand holding a tiny little Trandoshan baby hand that's regrown after you tore off his last one.
No, dude, I figure it's full on. Like, I know you didn't watch a lot of Dragon Ball Z at all, but I know there's at least a small 5 to 10% of people in the chat who know what I'm talking about. But I never thought that it was like the Deadpool, just like slow sort of like growing thing. I figured it was just full Piccolo, where it's just like a fucking new arm just like fucking just comes out of him, and he just has to shake off the goo and the blood, and he's like, all right, cool, brand new fucking hand. Just out of the out of the stub.
In the recent canon, I believe it was an issue of War of the Bounty Hunters, Boba Fett tangles with Bosk, and I do believe he loses his limbs, and he's left with like just baby limbs on the side of a thing. It's pretty amazing. Baby limb Bosk is like really pissed.
I was gonna say, give me this picture. Show me this.
I'm looking it up. I try to go 50-50. So far, I have a clone veteran, a rebel trooper, and a Jedi. Coleman Kajaz. Nice. That's a deep cut. Okay. Well, you could go traditional and go like a Rodian or a Quarren or like a Zabrak, like Bendu was saying. But yeah, why not go crazy with it? Why not throw like an Ongri in there, or oh my God, Ithorian?
It's like even not Trandoshans, man. Who is the fucking dinosaur people? The other species that they really teased in Battlefront 2, but they never let you play it. And it was like the
which
T-Rex looking. I don't remember what the species name was, but it was just like side characters, but you never got to play as it.
Huh. Oh, wait. In the new Battlefront?
Yeah. Like dinosaur looking race.
I'm thinking like the Chitauri, like Dasan from Jedi Outcast. That's the dinosaur thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not in Battlefront, at least not that I know of.
Which game I thought they were in something recently.
Ooh, If not that I don't think so. If they are, I missed it, and I would have had a field day because
was it Star Wars Hunters? Was it the mobile game?
I don't think they had one of those guys. They may have had like a dragon. There was like, remember that dinosaur head dude in Kenobi? That was one of the bounty hunters in like the rooftop shootout.
Yeah,
there was that. That's the closest, like most recent thing that I can think of. That's like that you could call a dinosaur.
Yeah, no, that dude was pretty legit.
That guy was awesome.
We never get to see them.
Someone help me out with the issue of War of the Bounty Hunters with Bosk versus Fett, because I've got to find the panel with the baby limbs. It's such comedy. He leaves him like trapped on the ice. I believe it's like an ice floe or something.
Yeah, Dasan for sure.
Dasan is Chitauri is the species, correct? Is that right?
That's what I'm trying to find out here. Da 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 da.
Which issue is this? Okay, it's War of the Bounty Hunters, issue number 35, when Bosk tangles with Boba. So if I find a picture of Bosk from issue 36, it should have baby limb Bosk.
Tori. Chish.
Okay, well I found an image of the oh my god, you're right. They're the damn invaders from Avengers 1. And the Siruk are from the Truce of Bakura. They were like the first extragalactic invaders that came in before the Vong was a thing.
Damn, yeah, I don't think it was just Tori.
Same. What? Oh, dude, what if a Grisk and a Bothan turn out to be the same thing? And like all the Bothans that were in there before are like part of this like sleeper cell force that joined up first, and that's why they're not showing, because they want to design the Grisk before they show us a Bothan. No, that's a conspiracy too large even for Disney. But here is the panel where Bosk gets his feet blown off, and then Boba just sort of leaves him there, hella salty. And then the next time we see him, he's got these little baby legs.
It was Chistori Boma Brian, not Chitari. Gotcha. Yeah, no, the rivalry between all of the bounty hunters, I just love how consistent it is.
Yes.
Because I just assume that yeah, dude, because like, did Cad Bane ever make an appearance during the War of the Bounty Hunters? Did he give a shit?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so it's interesting.
I don't believe Cad Bane did.
He was probably doing the Fennec Shan shit and hunting Omega. Nah, that was wild before.
Well, honestly,
this timeline that was bullshitting.
We don't know what Omega was doing, but she may have had dealings with Cad Bane, because during this time she's in the rebellion. She's joined the rebellion by this point, you know. But yeah, Bosk with baby limbs, that's a very special thing that I'm glad they gave us in canon. It was yeah, if you ever read through War of the Bounty Hunters, it's a good time. And for reasons like that. So here's the list of shows that actually got nominated in the order that they got. So the most noms went to Severance. They got 27 nominations here. Already on my list, but like if I needed more convincing, like obviously it's a good show. It got 27 noms. That's good for them. The Penguin got 24. You watched The Penguin, right?
I did not.
You didn't see The Penguin?
No.
I thought you were a DC guy.
Marvel, my guy. I watched all of Ironheart in like a day and a half.
Okay, well, I mean, yes, your love of Marvel is famous across the kingdom, but I thought
I haven't even seen the new Superman that came out last weekend, the James Gunn Superman.
I also have not seen that yet, but I'm planning on watching it soon.
Yeah, dude, and then Fantastic Four comes out July 25th, so that shit's gonna blow my mind because we get to see Galactus. We're going to get to see even more little teasings and tie-ins to Avengers Doomsday, where we're going to get Dr. Doom Downey Jr., which, I mean, I'm not immediately thrilled for.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, that.
I don't know how I feel about that. It feels like a weird decision. And the fact that he's a variant of Tony Stark, it's like they just want Tony Stark back. They just regret killing him, I think.
It's a cop-out decision. Yeah, that's exactly it.
I have not seen a lot of Fantastic Four. I have not seen the trailer yet. I just saw like some set images that have been on social media. But I do like I let them lead into the retro futurist thing a little bit. It's really got this kind of Jetsons aesthetic, and I
yes, absolutely.
How dare I? What the fuck did I do? I didn't.
I mean,
well, whatever it is, I probably deserve it. But like, is it because I haven't seen Severance? Is that why?
Is it because you aren't a diehard DC fan, even though you have an Aquaman tattoo on your arm?
Hey,
that's because you know, like we're waiting for more really good DC shit to come out.
Wow.
I will say
fucking called out in 4K.
The Penguin, I haven't. It wasn't immediately my shit.
Right here.
Yeah, look at that hunk. Look at that amazing representation of old school golden age art.
It's hard to get the right angle on this one.
Yes.
Black Manta's lurking back there too.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. How does my arm work? There we go. There we go.
So badass. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I see what I did wrong. I
mean, okay, well, to be fair,
I know him as a lover of Batman, all right, and Nightwing, and you've got some DC things that you love, and so
that's what I was saying. That's what I was going to say. So the chat wasn't immediate, like Katarn wasn't immediately off chat. Like when we first
give me some credit. Give me some credit.
In my angsty high school time, like Nightwing was the shit. Like it was whole edgy edgelord Dick Grayson, who was like, you know, trying to be his own superhero. He got his brand new kick-ass costume, you know, like as an adolescent teenager, you're just like, I don't want to be under the shadow of my father. My father's dead anyway, but I want to be my own person. So it was just like, it was its own thing. And I was like doing martial arts and gymnastics at the same time. So it was just a fucking layer cake things. And just like, yeah, when Bendu was a Teen Titan, kind of, like there was some Raven shit happening. There was a lot of, Azeroth, Metreon, Zinthos. You grew out of it for better storytelling. It's true. Doctor Strange, he changes your life. Same with Blade, same with Ghost Rider. I will say there's just a lot of stack on stacks. I don't know where my best friend disappeared.
I'm right here.
Like, oh my god!
Realizing that we can do solo layouts, and it kind of helps with like focusing on who's talking at the time. So I don't know. I'm just messing around with the new features that StreamYard has added. That was
incredible. Yeah, no,
I haven't gone anywhere.
For moments when we do soapboxes, that's absolutely perfect.
Exactly.
It was Teen Titans was legit also because it was like it got to a point where they couldn't get any darker. They got to a point where Robin had PTSD. He was just like hallucinating Slade everywhere. At this point, like Raven had like accepted that her whole soul was like the product of an extra dimensional demon lord, and just like
you can't make that kind of angst anymore. You know? Like,
yeah. And then everything was Starfire. I mean, you know, her and Robin, they kind of had each other, and then. With Cyborg, I mean, yeah, everything with Cyborg, he's a complete metaphor for identity crisis, which is, you know.
Okay, thank you. Well, I think you finally proved my point that you are a DC guy. You just prefer the Marvel shows, but like everything you just said kind of proves you're a DC guy. You've got opinions about it, you know? If you weren't a DC guy, you wouldn't even have opinions about it. So
it's true.
In my defense, that's all I'm saying.
It's true.
But you haven't seen Penguin. That's fine. Penguin, I got 24 noms, which it means, you know, there's something there. It's probably pretty good. The studio got 23, and you know who was telling me that the studio I should really watch it is our friend Todd Cherniowski. I was hanging out with him earlier this week. We actually went and got dinner at this place called the Smokehouse, which is in Hollywood. It's really close to Warner Brothers Studios, and he was telling me about the studio. He says that there's a lot of scenes that they shot in the restaurant. It actually is like important to the plot. So,
fascinating.
We went out to this dinner, and like I could tell that he was like excited to show me the smokehouse. And it turns out the reason why is because it's like heavily featured in the studio. But I think he also kind of assumed that I had seen the studio. So when I was like, oh, I haven't seen it, that was kind of a letdown. But like it was really cool in there. And now when I do watch the show, I'll be able to be like, oh yeah, look, there's
more context.
there.
Yeah.
But it's an Apple TV show. And those are the shows that I haven't seen because that's like the one streamer that I don't actually have is Apple TV. And I'm kicking myself because there's shows on there that are really good that I really want. Like I really want to see For All Mankind. I want to finish Ted Lasso, the studio, just things like that. So I don't know. Maybe when I finish watching the shows I'm on, I'll like cancel one of my streamers and then pay for that for a while instead. Like juggle them.
Bro, I'm still waiting for the as my brain is buffering. I'm still waiting for the next season of Delicious in Dungeon. Like, goddamn, it's been a year. It's been almost over a year. Damn it! Give us Dungeon.
We're starving for.
I want to see. Yeah, dude, we've been missing our big titty Griffin Dragon blonde sister for too long.
Man, I was so sure that you were talking about Senshi until you got to the dragon part.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to be like, we miss our big titty cooking dwarf, man.
Like, dude. The
you take it either way in that show, either direction.
Scene, like the episode where he turns into the pretty elf.
I want to see.
Oh my god! The episode where
apparently there's a lot of good. What's his name? Thranduil. You know who I mean. Lee Pace. Apparently he's really good in that. But so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Andor came 5th with 14 nominations. Got the same number as Hacks. More than The Pit, more than The Bear, more than Adolescence. But yeah, people still feel like Diego Luna got snubbed for not getting a nomination for lead actor. Genevieve O'Reilly didn't get nominated.
True. There was a lot.
The only actors that got nominated were Forrest Whitaker for Saw Gerrera.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then Alan Tudyk for his voiceover performance.
So not even
not to diminish Alan Tudyk's performance because he definitely did a fantastic job, but I feel like he was featured so little in the show. He wasn't in season 1 at all. In season 2, he shows up in the second to last arc. Like he really brought it. He did the motion capture. He did all the work for it. I just feel like I only heard his voice a handful of times total. You know, he really didn't have a whole lot of dialogue.
You can make the same argument with Saw Gerrera also. It's like
getting that nom in the voiceover category. It's just interesting to me. Not that he doesn't deserve it, but how much voiceover
caliber, yeah. But in relation to the main actors, in relation to like Cyril's actor, for example, or man, I'm forgetting everybody's names right now.
Oh, Kyle Soller was Cyril. Right. And Stellan Skarsgård is Luthen. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, all of them. Like it was just everyone brought their A game to like every single episode, and it was just so apparent, you know. Like even man, Luthen's assistant who had never acted professionally yet in a day in her life, and like this was her first performance, and she just killed it. Absolutely. Knocked it out of the park.
And then the entire Star Wars fandom was like that Palpatine. Like, we will watch it with great interest. Yeah, she was absolutely fantastic.
Damn.
Yeah, Elizabeth Dula.
Grandma. Oh. But like, yeah, I mean, so looking back at Google, because I was also researching other things Marvel related as we were talking about other things, and in regards to like Moon Knight, in regards to a lot of other Marvel like main projects, a lot of the main actors weren't nominated, surprisingly. So I wonder, I'm curious if it's just, I wonder what the criteria is. I wonder whose box you need to check off, and like whose fetish do you need to tickle in order to get nominated. Because it doesn't really seem like there's a whole lot of like, unless you were like previously nominated a shitload of times, aka Forrest Whitaker, then it seems like it's very like, oh, we have to nominate him because he has like seniority almost. And it's like, there's so, like you said, there's so many other actors, there's so many other positions and people.
I mean, Nathan, I'm kind of perplexed too. I feel like there were so many monologues also in season 1 that could have been nominated, like for the writing of it or the performance of it, like from different angles. But again, like Bendu's saying here, we don't really know what the criteria is for these things. But here's the definition that I found. Among the Primetime Emmy Award rules, a show must originally air on American television during the eligibility period between June 1st and May 31st of any given year. That's it. It just has to air on TV during that time period. So there really aren't like that many parameters. That's all it takes to be an eligible TV show. And then it has to be voted upon by the eligible voters.
Because I forget which.
Technically, you just need to be on the air, but really you need to be on the air and popular. And therefore you need to be high quality in order to get that popularity too.
Oh, it's the Screen Actors Guild. I was trying to remember like which was the award that other actors are able to vote for fellow actors. And it was the
Screen Actors Guild does the SAG Awards,
yeah,
which is different from the Emmys.
But I was trying to, because Emmys was the Emmys and the Golden Globes, they're a committee, but I was trying to remember which one was like actors voting for actors.
Yeah, the Emmys are like the Oscars for TV shows. The SAG is like, it's given up by the Screen Actors Guild specifically for actors. Like shows don't win SAG Awards, only people win SAG Awards. And then Oscars are for just the movie equivalent of the Emmys. And the Oscars and the Emmys are both run by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. So it's the same people doing Oscars and Emmys, and then the SAG Awards is its own thing that's just for actors.
No, sir. Sorry.
Oh, man. Yeah, whatever. Just use some CGI.
To create images is always a challenge. Digital magic.
Digital magic.
Thoros, my dude, what's up, man? I haven't heard from you in ages.
Digital.
You're still out there and watching the Dork Forces podcast.
Yes, thank you as always. And
hell yeah. I don't know, man. I'm not too mad about the Emmys. I guess I didn't have my hopes up that all of these actors were going to get nominated for their performances because I don't know, Star Wars and sci-fi in general do tend to get snubbed at these things. That kind of was expected, for me at least. And they did still get some nominations, including I'm pretty sure Outstanding Drama Series. Yeah, Andor got a nom for that, which is pretty damn good. Like that's recognition at the very least, if maybe not the actors within it. And Andor, the episode "Who Are You" specifically was nominated for Outstanding Director of a Drama Series. Welcome to the Rebellion also got an outstanding writing for a drama series. I Have Friends Everywhere. That was for outstanding guest actor for Forrest Whitaker, Saw Gerrera. Alan Tudyk got a voiceover nom for Who Else Knows as K2SO.
Oh, gotcha.
Christopher Nuyens, the director of photography, was nominated for outstanding cinematography for a series. Mo and Leo, visual effects supervisor TJ Falls, both got outstanding visual effects nominations for this second season of Andor. David Acord, re-recording mixer. Danny Hembrook, production mixer. Jeff Foster, scoring mixer. Richard Duarte, Foley mixer. They all got noms for sound mixing for a comedy or drama series.
Hell yeah, Foley's.
Yeah, dude. Foley finally getting some recognition out here. I love it. Outstanding sound editing. Andor is all over the sound editing here. Multiple episodes. Everyone from the co-supervising sound editors, sound designers, sound effects editor, Foley artists.
Dude, some of those spaceships, man, some of those starfighters, the way that some of the blasters sounded, like a lot of the atmospheres that they had to do for like downtown Coruscant or just like the hospital itself, like there was so much that they had to put together.
Yeah, the sound design was absolutely superb. Is this true? Oh shit! Outstanding sound editing for a comedy or drama series, half hour. The Acolyte for the episode.
Oh yeah, dude.
Brian Spinney,
Acolyte.
Kimberly Patrick, sound designer Angela Ang, dialogue and ADR editor David Trasta, sound effects editor D. Selby, Foley editor Alastair Hawkins, music editor Goro Koyama, and the Foley artists nominated for outstanding sound in The Acolyte.
Hell yeah.
You love to see it, man.
Hell yeah.
That's right. Emmy Award nominated show The Acolyte. Boom.
There you
Let's
go.
get a second season as a celebration.
Yeah,
How's that
suck it,
sound?
haters.
Let's
Suck
get
it,
a second
haters.
season, baby.
Dude, okay, so this last weekend
Very happy to
also,
see that they got that nom.
speaking of Marvel for a hot second, this weekend, along with like the Emmy nominations, there were a lot of rumors that did start to kind of come around this weekend for whatever reason. So like supposedly Werewolf by Midnight.
What rumors? What rumors are you talking about?
So like Werewolf by Midnight was approved for a second season. Oscar Isaac said something about how season 2 of Moon Knight has officially started, and yet
I didn't even know they were doing a second season for Moon Knight. That is news to me.
Yeah, it's all from IGN. It's all from IGN. So it's like you don't know how fully credible it is. But between Werewolf, Moon Knight, and there was another thing that they were thinking of giving another sequel. But I'm like kind of brain farting on that one at the moment. But yeah. We shall see. We shall see. Moon Knight was gorgeous. I know. Moon Knight was an absolute fucking phenomenal piece. It is okay. So that was the other thing. They're trying to hint and build closer towards Midnight Suns eventually, of which means two things.
I know I've already asked you about Midnight Suns, but what is Midnight Suns?
So that is like the secondary sort of like magical fighting event, like team of the Avengers. So it generally consists of Blade, Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, Man-Thing.
Oh, word. Okay, it's the Magic Avengers.
It's the Magic Avengers. Yeah,
I got you.
Sometimes Iron Fist has been a Midnight Sun. Red She-Hulk has been, or no, not a Midnight Sun. Sorry, but yes, Danny Rand.
And they're not affiliated with the Avengers. They're their own thing.
They are their own team. Yeah,
like the Order of the Triad in Venture Bros.
It is. Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Exactly that. So it's Ghost Rider, Moon Knight. Yeah, it's Ghost Rider, Moon Knight, Blade, Wong.
That's how you get me to understand Marvel lore. Is just tell me in Venture Brothers terms, and then I'll get.
And then Elsa Bloodstone. Elsa Bloodstone was part of the Midnight Suns. Yeah, Tradmiral, bro. So okay, if you want to bring in magic, dude, the fact that they've teased like Brendan Fraser. Whoa. The dude who played Fraser. I can't think. Kelsey Grammer. We got Kelsey Grammer Beast back. The fact that we have Charles Xavier, but Wanda kind of killed Charles Xavier just with the whole thing. So we're slowly getting more mutants. God damn it, we're slowly but surely getting the mutants. So if we get what's her nuts from Queen's Gambit to reprise her role as Magic, that would be peak. That would be absolutely gorgeous and phenomenal casting.
I have not seen Thunderbolts for my answer.
And
I am planning to react to as much Marvel as I can. So all of the new releases as of about a year ago, I have not seen because I'm going to get my reactions on camera for those. And
yes,
Thunderbolts falls in there.
Counter to Katarn, I have seen Thunderbolts. I do have my own opinions on Thunderbolts. I think Yelena carried the entire fucking movie, but that's just because Florence Pugh is amazing and can do no wrong, and we love her. We love Florence Pugh to death. We'll die on that hill. But yeah, no, Yelena really carried the whole movie. But
actually, I'm going to be reacting to a lot of stuff, including all the Supermans, all the Snyder stuff, which I've never seen. I'm going to just throw my thoughts out there, and I'm kind of nervous about inviting that discourse into my humble little reaction channel because we're a peaceful people over at the Grizzled Wizard, and I've seen Twitter, I've seen how those discussions go, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, there's going to be DC reactions on my channel too. It's happening.
Yeah, I will say. Chad Hofron, I see you. There were a lot of funny bits about Thunderbolts. There were a lot of good things about it. The fact that oh man, I can't think of U.S. Agent's real name right now, but
Wyatt Russell, Kurt Russell.
Yeah, but his character, dude, they shit on him so hard the entire movie. The fact that they make a joke.
Really?
The fact that they made, and this isn't even a spoiler, but the fact that they make a joke about how the fact that his wife and kids left him because of how much of an embarrassment he is fucking hilarious and like character destroying. Like
I mean, he does kind of deserve it a little bit. We watched the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, and he was definitely like, you know.
They should, yeah, dude. They didn't even, dude. Okay, so like they burnt that bridge.
I mean,
they really made that one obvious. They messed up because Taskmaster, like that actor, never did any of the press tours. They didn't take her anywhere with any of them. So it was very obvious and unfortunate that they kind of gave her the same treatment that they did the rope tie guy in the first Suicide Squad movie of like, oh, we're just going to bring you in here as an example of like the little, Wanda, the exploding brain thing. Like they just brought on Taskmaster just to be like, all right, cool. She's just going to be a, little quick little thing. And then we're never going to fucking see her again. But that was kind of a spoiler. So thanks, Chad Morthon. You kind of like, you put me in a corner. Fucking put me in a corner with that one.
Set you up for that one. Better late than never.
Yeah.
Better late than never. I saw a question in here that I wanted to answer. Do either of you have the Galaxy's Edge Mara Jade saber?
Negative.
I don't have it. I know that it was recently added. I'm very jealous that that's out there. I do know that right now there's a signed Timothy Zahn Mara Jade saber going around at Dragon Con. They just auctioned one off. It went for like 8,000, and apparently they've got another one, and they're going to auction it off at the next one too. So that's like pretty rad. I don't have plans to go to Dragon Con, but like that's a pretty awesome thing to be voting on right there. Look at that thing.
That's pretty gorgeous. Yeah. I like that.
That is based on the official concept part of it too. This is not a Galaxy's Edge one. No.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I like that one's actually to size proportion and just that's a beautiful one.
Right.
That's cool. That's a little pretty piece.
There was that, the famous image, right? The famous actual live action image of Mara Jade that was taken in the late 90s.
I mean, I'm just still looking at
They hired a model, and it was published in Star Wars Insider. Yeah, this image right here. So this is canon Mara Jade, right? This image, I'm trying to remember the name of the actress that it came with. She was set up with this in a photo shoot that came out in Star Wars Insider. I think it was 1997, 1998. Oh, that's right. It was Insider issue number 47. It was published in 2000. I can't for the life of me remember the name of the actress, but she really is like the canon face of Mara Jade. And it was very unique because like you never got to see Legends characters really like portrayed like this, let alone like cast with a human, like a real life person. Like this was wild. Yeah, I have this issue somewhere too.
She's such a D&D assassin rogue build. Like the fact that purple is her color is just it's so spot on.
It works. It fully works for her. But it doesn't really show you very well, but you can see the lower part of the hilt there in her hand is a faithful recreation here. So it is based on this image, I think, is the reference that most people will use. Thank you, Shannon McRandall. Tip of my tongue. Shannon McRandall. Not enough people know her name, myself included, apparently, for really giving a face to Mara Jade. This image was used for trading cards, official posters, book covers, like all kinds of reference material. And as far as I know, she's still the only person to play Mara Jade in an official capacity. So there is also someone else who I guess has officially done her, and that would be the voice actor who played her in the Shadows Legacy of the Sith.
Oh yeah.
Dark Forces, because you play as Mara Jade there.
The fucking book commercial, yes, dude.
Alison Brie, I could see it. I mean, like, yeah, she doesn't really look like her here, but I don't know. Alison Brie's got chops, and we know that she loves Star Wars. She played like one of the twins in that Visions episode. So good. No worries. That's kind of what I mean. She's kind of undercredited in terms of providing the face of Mara Jade, but that's the lightsaber.
I like that. I also really appreciate that, like, they used the same fabric for her like leotard armor costume thing that they used for Vader's under tunic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like her bodysuit is just the same as his bodysuit. So it's just like this is the Imperial dark side fighter.
I love it when they
purple
explore those ideas, like the fact that Vader does wear like that jumpsuit, and then trying to show like an extension of that faction by like putting other people kind of in the jumpsuit.
Or a similar.
There's a famous image by Ken Kelly actually, which is cover art of Luke during Dark Empire, and look at his outfit.
That's so fucking
fully
sick.
got like the Vader
undercarriage. Yeah, he's
even wearing Vader's like codpiece a little bit, but they've changed it a little bit to. But yeah,
I figured that
I love it when they do that. I love it when they do that.
I figured that was the clone. Or no, what color saber did the clone have? Did he have a blue saber?
You know,
because the toy had the clone toy had like a purplish blue, but that was probably just like because of the type of plastic they used at the time. But like, yeah, that one's pretty sick. That looks like it totally could just be like a Kenner toy.
I believe that Luke had a blue one.
He had Anakin saber somehow. Woodsy.
He did. He had a blue. He had a blue lightsaber.
Somehow, some way, Luke was so cringe. I mean,
oh man,
it was a time. It was a time. A lot of it was. But yeah, here we are. I mean, dude, mullet Chewbacca is arguably cringe.
Oh my goodness.
Out. Ted, I got your voucher.
Out! What do you mean? What do you mean? How?
Don't get him to elaborate. We know what he means. We know what he means, and it's not appropriate.
The fact that it was a toy, the fact that they sold Dark,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm really
Dark
glad.
Empire, whatever. Yeah, bounty hunter undercover Chewbacca with the mullet and the flat top, like fucking such a
dude. Yeah, the Shadows of the Empire Chewie disguise. That's one of my favorite Hasbro figures that I have. I've got all the power of the Force, little Shadows of the Empire offshoots. They're so good.
God, yeah, it was just a time.
All right, we're getting to the halfway mark here. We're almost ready for
our time of magic. It was a time of gargoyles.
It was. It really was.
Yeah.
Quick, brief shout outs to Star Wars Outlaws, by the way, which just hit its 1 year anniversary. I've been playing the heck out of that game, and I very much enjoy it. I do have more Outlaws playthroughs vids coming on the channel, but I'm also working on a video that is just kind of giving my thoughts for how Outlaws started and what the game has grown into, and like, you know, how it feels 1 year out from the launch. And I also really hope we get more DLC in the future, because getting to meet Hondo, that was pretty fun. But yeah, we're gonna dive into our gauntlet. Sorry, go for it.
Oh, sorry, no, I was listening to you, and then Chad Merle Thrawn just like hit me real quick with like the other random season 2. Like, no, it was, Netflix wise, yes. Last Airbender did get approved. We have Toph. Toph's actress was announced, so they are like, in the.
Oh no shit! I did not know that. Okay.
Season 2. Yeah, dude. So season 2 is happening. It's kind of up in the air on if it's going to be the same number of episodes as season 1. Which, god damn it, I really, So when it comes to live action remakes, if I'm just going to do this quick little 5-minute talk.
Go for it.
When it comes to live action remakes, me and my partner have the same shared belief that if you're going to do it, only do it if you have something like better to bring to the table. And
don't just remake it, improve it somehow, Netflix, or make it your own.
Yeah, exactly. Netflix, visually, they did so much better. Acting wise, they did so much better than that Shyamalan garbage. But goddamn, they need to not try to fuse storylines together, and they need to not try to like dedicate only like a whole chapter of a story to just like 2 episode arcs.
I agree with that.
So with season 2, they're thankfully like, I don't know. Also with season 1, I feel like we focus so much on Zuko, which don't get me wrong. Like season 1 of The Last Airbender, like we did focus a lot on Zuko. But I feel like with season 2, there's just going to be so much more. Plus Azula. I feel like we're gonna, even though we're supposed to be in the Earth Kingdom and we're supposed to get, you know, a lot of Toph. Like, I'm super stoked to see Toph. Super stoked to see what Earth bending looks like. No joke. But now Zuko's on the run. Iroh is on the run. So it's really going to be interesting how they go about, especially now, dude. Especially now with everything going on in the U.S. right now. And really curious to see.
It's going to hit a little different.
I'm going to be curious to see how they go about showing Fire Nation. I can't think of the word right now, but like when an occupied area, like when a Fire Nation occupation is in Earth Nation territory, like I'm really curious to see how they're going to bring that shit over, or if they're going to touch on it at all. But yeah,
Chadmo was talking about the Magic the Gathering Avatar crossover, I think.
No, Matt. Oh, we only got one card. We've only seen one card. Like, I can't speak too much on it. Literally, it was a singular card. If anything, I'm still riding the high off of all the Final Fantasy cards. I'm still riding the high off all the Final Fantasy shit. You know, like that with the artwork was so gorgeous. There's so many cards and so many things that
talk about Final Fantasy. I feel like Connie just sat up straight somewhere out there.
Yeah, right. Like there's so many things. And then they just because Wizards of the Coast just loves being like, you know, capitalist. They now they're teasing everything with Edge of Eternities, which is an entire Magic set that's supposed to be taking place in space. And now that's what everyone is all like now contemplating, that Star Wars is going to come to Magic the Gathering. Because now with Edge of Eternities, for the first time, spaceships and starships are now going to be legendary creatures and legendary characters. Which means, and the next Magic Con is going to be in May, which everyone is now assuming because one of the Magic Cons in Atlanta, Georgia is going to be on May. They're going to try to announce that Star Wars is going to be the next Universes Unlimited for you know, Magic at that time. But bro, we still haven't seen anything Spider-Man wise. There's still so much shit that's supposed to come out this year that it's like I can't even try to even fathom stuff for 2026. Like there's still so much going on.
Right.
Still so much going on. But yeah, no, I'm excited, but it's a lot, you know. I'm excited to kind of see. But as far as Star Wars is concerned, there's a lot of stuff in the air. And as far as like what's next when it comes to Marvel, I think right now Disney is kind of they just finished a lot of Star Wars stuff. The Emmys are about to happen, and right now, like I think they're kind of like giving Marvel, since Marvel is their other child. I think they're trying to give Marvel a little bit of their love right now.
They do kind of like.
Not to mention Pixar dropped the ball.
They don't really like hit them both at once. Like someone gets the attention, it's either Star Wars or Marvel. They don't really sort of do a whole lot of simultaneous.
And then there's Pixar. And then there's Pixar just fighting for a fucking spot at the table. And then there's everyone who has a good, decent story. And they're like, oh, you're going to have a gender-coded character? We're going to like not do it. Never mind. We're going to give your project to a different director and different storyteller so they can fuck it up. But we're going to still call it the same movie. And then, like, yeah, no.
I know exactly what you mean to say, but just taking the words at face value, I think it's the concept of a gender-coded character is hilarious.
Or a queer-coded character. But
right, but just like, oh, this person has gender. Like, they're gender-coded. I'm over here completely genderless. Thank you very much. It's just a funny concept to think about. Like, that's what they're mad about. There's too much gender happening. There's not enough gender happening.
Yeah. Oh, Clarence Oddbody. I think that was the other random rumor that I saw for Kenobi season 2. Like, fucking pictures or it didn't happen, bro. Pictures or it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Again, like these last
100%. I'm right there with you about that. I don't believe the hype until
pictures or it didn't happen. There's been so many these last 2 weeks. There've been so many speculations of like, oh, all these shows got greenlit for a second season. And it's like, fucking prove it.
I mean, and prove it. It's not even that they're lying. Like maybe yes, that is in development, but it could get canceled. So many things could happen before it ever sees the light of day.
Yeah.
That at some points I'm like, well, what's the point of telling us about? Like, why would you show it to me if I can't have it? You know. So there's some things out there that like I'm like, okay, this rumor doesn't do anything for me because now I'm creating expectations for myself, and there are so many obstacles between this movie, this idea, and
It's just
actually
clickbait.
being filmed.
And it's just clickbait. At the end of it, it just ends up being just like garbage air talk anyway. And it's just
I've
like,
been
bro, I
burned
wish.
before, you know.
Yeah, it's like I wish I got that
Rogue
5 minutes
Squadron.
back. I wish I could unread that article and like go about my day now because that was so much of a waste. So you know what I mean? It's just like, God damn it. I feel stupider
Also,
after reading that.
I've also like made a conscious effort to like get out of the leaks and to get out of the rumors as much as I can, because I've spent so long with my finger on the pulse and like being one of the first people to know something, you know, try to be the one to report on a scoop too. Like, and it takes a lot of the fun out of seeing a trailer for the first time when you've been hearing about it and speculating about it. Like, I want a trailer to drop on me and have me be like, oh my God, I had no idea this even existed. And now I'm seeing high production value images that are like, you know,
right.
I'm seeing it the way the director wanted me to see it for the first time. And that gets lost when you're always like all up in the leaks and the rumors and stuff. Like I've realized that being the first to know is not important to me anymore. I want to have the best time possible when I find out. I want to find out in the best way. And to me, that's the director splashing a logo up on a screen either at the beginning or the end of a trailer that just hooked your attention. You're like, oh my, whoa, that's what this is. I want to recapture that feeling. So I'm really trying not to like find out about production rumors as much as I can help it anymore, just to preserve my own.
Like, yeah, case in point.
Surprise.
Case in point. What they did, what they gave us with Sam Witwer, and the fact that it was Sam Witwer out of all people to announce that Darth Maul was getting his own show.
Yeah.
That's credible. That is so credible. God damn it. Like, you know, like I'm not going to believe a Kenobi season 2.
That's not a rumor. That's a statement. That's an official announcement. If it's coming from Sam Witwer, if it's coming from an actor in the project, that's different than like some guy on Twitter is like, oh, a friend of a friend told me this. Like, it's not the same level of.
Yeah. It's not an announcement. Yeah.
Hello there, Sonia. I hope you're having a good evening. You got here just in time because we're going to have a quick commercial break and then go right into the Gong of the Week, which is why we're all here.
Yeah.
So we'll be right back.
Kein Problem mit nur einem Streifen Chewbacca Chewing Gum. Für galaktisch frischen Atem. Chewbacca Chewing Gum. Galaktisch frisch.
Galactic Squish.
We are
Galactic Squish.
Galactic Squish?
I did randomly
see fresh. He's saying like galactic fresh.
I did see someone in the chat say that San Diego Comic-Con supposedly starts this weekend, which kind of like blows my mind because also the idea of being
oh my God, that is this weekend, isn't it?
In the middle of July just sounds atrocious.
Well, you heard the big news about San Diego Comic-Con, right?
I mean, I just want to say I am just now thankfully a proud owner of one of the very exclusive holofoil New York Comic-Con Doctor Strange counterspells.
Dude, that is sick.
So that took me quite a minute to get a hold of. But as soon as I knew that shit existed in the world, I was like, that needs to be.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. San Diego Comic-Con starts next week. And the big news about San Diego Comic-Con is that it has been announced that George Lucas will be making an appearance. He'll be in Hall A, giving a talk.
Oh, look at him. I mean, it's
to promote his museum. The George Lucas Museum is coming in 2027. They're in the final stages of it. He's trying to promote it, and so he's making it an extremely rare appearance at a con. Like, this is unheard of. He never does this.
So is it
the fact that he's actually showing up at San Diego Comic-Con really makes me confident that he will also be at Star Wars Celebration in LA in 2027, which will coincide with the opening of his museum. It's supposed to be opening. They're clearly trying to time that.
So it's actually going to be like a physical building.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. It's been under construction for ages. It's this awesome, unique looking building. Like, it's a very cool architecture. And it's going to be like chock full of not just George Lucas stuff, but like the man has an enormous collection of just movie memorabilia from a lot of people that came before him. He has one of the largest movie poster collections in the world. Like, there's going to be a lot of things on display there that are important for just like the history of film in general. and not just like Star Wars and his properties.
Gotcha.
So it's gonna be a really
trying to figure out, like if Willow stuff would be there, or if there would be other like random Jim Henson stuff, or like other Lucasfilm projects like Indiana Jones things.
100% there will be. 100% there will be, because he has access to more than just his own stuff. Like he's spent so much time collecting. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've got a picture here of the
blueprints or like concept art.
We've got some concept renders of what the finished product is going to look like. Let's see here. So this is the museum, and it's got like a weird, like kind of a spaceshipy vibe to it, like it's parked.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, what? That's
interesting, right?
Absolutely a modern art museum / downtown LA library / like waterfalls. He wants giant water. Wow. Okay.
It's basically a boogie board.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool looking. It's cool looking, and it's very like George Lucas-y. Like it really is.
It is. That
he would get a concept artist to whip up for like Doug Chiang could have come up with this thing for episode 1.
Interesting.
Fun fact: I got to stand in that room. I wanted someone to try and kick me out, but no one was willing to do it. But yeah, the George Lucas Museum is going to be coming by 2027. That is the projected completion date, and they're trying really hard to line that up with Celebration. That's why Los Angeles was chosen for Star Wars Celebration, was so that they could cater to George, and George could cross promote for this museum, which is I'm very excited for it. I'm very excited for it. Not just as a fan of George Lucas, but as a fan of film.
Just film it. Yeah, it's true.
Because I know that George is such a fan of film that like his collection is going to be really impressive. A lot of the stuff on the halls at Lucasfilm in San Francisco comes out of George's collection too, which I think is interesting. Because he has personal ownership over so many of the assets. Not all of them, but like a lot of the movie posters that are in the hallway.
They've done so many projects.
Those are his too.
They've been friends since college and like have worked together on so many things. Like I'd be very surprised.
Well, I mean, like directors like Akira Kurosawa, for example, like famously like inspired him so much, and kind of mentored him in terms of like what he wanted to do with Star Wars. Kurosawa was a superstar, and George was kind of like an up and comer. But then later in his career, Kurosawa's films like were not necessarily in vogue in the same way, and like he had kind of been surpassed by the movie movement in Japan, and he was having a really hard time securing funding for his projects, late into the 80s and the 90s. And so George became like a patron of his, and like George and like Francis Ford Coppola financed Kurosawa's later work. And like that's such a cool like eclipse of the Master and the Apprentice, in that like he looked up to Kurosawa, he was so inspired by his early work, and then he becomes like the person that's propping Kurosawa up with his like financial support later in his career, because it's kind of like a cyclical thing. And so because of that, I think that led to why he has such a huge collection of like Kurosawa's props and art, and like a lot of that is in the collection too. So when the George Lucas Museum does open, I'm expecting like a pretty sweet little like Kurosawa section full of memorabilia and like
samurai, just do a shitload of samurai swords and like kimonos and shit.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Like
prosthetic heads.
Yeah, like Toshiro Mifune wore this robe, and like here it is in the glass case. Like, let's go. I'm so into it.
Yes.
But when we meet up for Celebration in LA, like this is absolutely gonna be one of our destinations. Like you and I are checking this thing out. Like we've got to. It's gonna be so much fun. But yeah, that is the spaceship ass building that is under construction right now. It doesn't quite look like this yet. It looks like a big old construction site. Droid can tell you. He's seen it a couple times. I know that.
Oh, weird. And it's literally right next to the US. Like, it's literally next to USC. That's so funny. He's like, I'm going to put this next to my fucking college. I'm going to put this so close to where we filmed Indiana Jones that you can watch the movie and then look at the part of like campus.
Yeah, he wants to be able to point out the window of the museum and be like, that's the window Indiana Jones climbed through.
Yeah, dude, for real though.
Like literally, that's what he's doing. Oh man! All right, we have come to it at last. Time for the gonk of the week. All right. So today's gonk of the week is actually a custom Imperial gonk droid display stand. It was designed by Tom Powell to fit the interrogator droid that you see sitting on top there.
Interesting.
The interrogator droid is also very nice. That's a nice prop you got there. But our focus is on the stand, which is below it here. It's a little gonk. He's very sturdy, very stout.
He's very stout. It's very, yeah, he's okay.
A progress picture. We got some design on the back. I like the vents, the little scoops in the back there. And I always give bonus points when they're functional. Maybe he can't walk or gonk or charge, but he holds up that interrogator job like it's his fucking job, and he does a great job. He works hard at this, and so I'm inclined to give him a pretty good score. We do have a little description here that Tom sent along with these images. Custom Imperial gonk, specifically sized and designed to transport interrogator droid and also to double up as a stand for it. Just got a few more greebles left to add. So this is still a work in progress. You can see a couple of the greebles going on the side there. I like the white and gray. Also, like he went with a white and like a shiny chrome.
It's very ISB. It's very ISB color.
Yes, I'm glad you said that because my mind went to ISB too. I know. I definitely enjoy it.
I see where everything is going. I see the idea of it. Unfortunately, I still just see the shell and the body of a skeleton right now. So like,
feels unfinished to you.
Yes, it's still a little unfinished. I do love its concept. If I could offer just the teeniest, well, see, because I don't know what the size proportions are. I don't know what the weight distribution is like.
Okay, well, we've got some clues. We've got some clues. We can see this table with some cans of paint.
Like he's very stout, so it's.
He's got to be a little wide. He's got to be a little wide just for the sake of balance, because you're placing something on top of him, and if he keels over, you don't want that.
It's true. It's true.
He's got those
Especially
little.
What his face is done right now. I feel like I wish he was just a little bit taller. Like he's very, very stout, very stout.
I kind of like this faceplate. I kind of think that you can maybe like swing it in like a trash can style and like store things in there.
Right. I'm curious. I want to know what he'll make the face. What they'll make the face look like.
Hand on top. Well, the thing is, he's so wide. You'd have to like really have your arm all the way out there to not bump into him.
It's true.
Yeah, right. Put a microwave oven in that thing. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking. Now we're microwaving, as the kids say. I mean, like, dude, an oven would be great. A trash can would be great. Like an actual charging device would be great. I would like to have a like
G11. I will give it an
basis, I want a half stack. Like I want my amp to look like a gonk droid. I think that would be dope.
See, you could, yeah, that would be pretty legit. But you would still
like
need
a Marshall half stack and just like put some little gonk feet on it. Like hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, you would just need to find the feet and the leg length. Gonks menacingly. Yeah. If the legs were just a little bit longer, I think. But yeah, I give it an 11 out of 10 gonks.
11 out of 10 gonks for this guy. Okay, 11 out of 10. That's pretty good.
IG 11 out of 10.
I'm gonna go ahead and give him. I'm gonna give him 25 out of 10. 25 because he gets the extra points. He's functional as a display.
He's functional. That's true. That is true.
He's got potential. I hear you that he's not finished. He's lacking some greebles. The skeleton vibes, they're coming through, especially over here in the back. Like you see, like the white lines. It kind of looks like a rib cage effect almost.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now you're making me think that I want like a skeleton gonk. Give me like a skeleton, like a gonk with the bones painted on him for Halloween.
That'd be dope.
What the hell would a gonk's skeleton even look like? Would it just be like a square rib cage that forms a rectangle?
It would just, yeah, dude. It would just be
These
like
are the questions that keep me up at night.
It would just be ribs and a pelvis. Like the side of the cubes would be ribs. The back of it would be a spinal column, and then you could just do the whole bottom half of the gonk droid as a pelvis, as like hip bones.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, a boogie amp like made of a gonk droid? Are you kidding me? I would become the most obnoxious person at Galaxy's Edge instantly. I mean, I already am, but for other reasons, all of a sudden.
For more so reasons, for better reasons, yeah.
Yeah, there was. Gronkowski, right? Gronkowski. Literally the only reason I know his name is because it kind of sounds like Gonk. It shows you my priorities right there. Naturally, they all need to have giant batteries inside. That is a given. So 11 out of 10, 25 out of 10. We've got some respectable scores on this Gonk. So shout out to Tom Powell. Thank you for sharing this Gonk with us, man. I think it's a good one. It's a good one. And you'll have to send us an update too once the Gonk once the greebles are in place and it's finished. This is not the first Tom Powell build that we've done on this show. I think we reviewed 3 of his droids at this point. Damn. So yeah, we're in for a good time when Tom sends us one of his Gonks, man. I mean, can you imagine having multiple Gonk builds just like in your garage? Like you just go in there to like do something and you just have Gonk droids in there. I feel like I would go through every single day with a smile on my face if that was my house.
If anything, it would just inspire me to turn them into year-round, like festivity, like decorations. Like Christmas gonks, Halloween gonks,
yes,
Easter time gonks,
yes,
4th of July gonks.
Show me a gonkkin, a little pumpkin gonk.
Yeah, making one look like a turkey. There's so many things, so many ways.
I'm very into it, and if we could have gonks just become the new garden gnome, like people who just decorate
exactly.
Gonks.
Make a Santa gonk. Exactly. See Holiday Punch nose. Yeah.
Exactly. You could fit the little Arbor Day gonk. You could fit his little Santa beard on there too. Like, no, I'm into it. Okay, cool. With our final segment of the day here, we go through a vintage Star Wars commercial from the days of yore. Let's see what we're watching today, and let's see if we remember this one.
Listen, the explosive words and sounds of the Star Wars Comtech system. Imagine yourself in the movie.
I sense a disturbance in the Force. May the Force be with you. You join us. You will be a Jedi, I promise. You have been well trained.
You haven't experienced Star Wars until you've experienced Comtech. Figures come with chips, readers sold separately, batteries not included. It's your universe.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. You remember those things?
Absolutely. I had at least 2 of those because I probably broke one of them because it was way too big than like what they were originally supposed to be. But I really liked being able to listen to the Darth Maul and the Qui-Gon Jinn quotes like whenever I fucking wanted to. So like I beat
the last to reveal ourselves to the Jedi.
And then like the fact that the prop itself is made out of a women's like razor.
It was like a Gillette razor, yeah.
Fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But I mean, I was gonna say I'm looking in my glass case of antiquities, and like I have my sealed Darth Maul with the Comtech chip in it.
Oh, nice.
It's still together. Like it's all one piece still, like just because that toy was such a fucking core memory, dude. Like,
yeah,
episode 1, every single fucking toy that came out for episode 1 was just peak advertising. All the pool toys, the fact that they're
easily the best marketing that we ever got from a push.
The marketing was
100%
top tier. They knew how to market to kids, and they knew exactly what they wanted to do. It was incredible.
You know something kind of crazy? We actually talked about the Comtech reader on this channel once before. Back when we were like babies. You remember that?
We
went to Bobacon Toys and we found a Comtech reader.
Quick, tiny little field trip because, like, yeah, my little antique guy, he's just hanging out in here next to the Sith holocron and next to the dragon Zord dagger.
One handy, yes.
This is the old school inspirations, man.
Yes, look at that Maul in there. Oh, dude, when did you get that fucking Sauron? That thing is sweet.
That was a gift from future sister-in-law that I'm gonna dry brush and like repaint the base for it.
Dude, that is dope.
Make it more D&D, make it more real. But yeah, dude, he's back there. He's just there menacingly, a reminder of the past. You know, just yes, everything, the original inspirations.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think Maul and Qui-Gon and just episode 1 in general was just so much of a core memory for me.
Yeah.
Like in particular, was just like, oh man, like now that you're back from your road trip, oh man, chat. Everyone, since we've been doing the rewatches of the old Star Wars movies with so much more context of like everything that's come out recently, the stories have just been so totally different. So it's like
so much more powerful.
This upcoming Monday or Tuesday, we will be watching Return of the Jedi.
Hell yeah, we're gonna
man, fucking you can't get more Star Wars than fucking Return of the Jedi. Like when we were watching Empire Strikes Back, like that piece is just cinematic gold. Like everything about Empire is just fucking amazing. And then when we get to Return of the Jedi, it's just going to be, like a very solid kind of like good kind of momentary end of the story. You know what I mean? Because like, yay, the Emperor is killed. The rebellion is now.
I mean, momentary for us now, but like that was it. Back in the day, that was it. The big ending.
And then once we watch Return of the Jedi, then we get to the Phantom Menace. We get to episode 1, Phantom Menace, my fucking absolute favorite fucking Cirque du Soleil of a movie.
Yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to our watch through the prequels. That's gonna really, really kick off. But I think they did eventually make Return of the Jedi and all the original trilogy, Power of the Force, with Comtech chips. But it was after there were re-releases and stuff. Like eventually you could get a Comtech of Luke Skywalker and Boba Fett. But for the longest time, it was just Phantom Menace onward introduced characters. But look, I found the clip. This is from 1,000,000 years ago. Check this out.
Check out this nostalgia moment.
Oh man, I remember those. Yeah, man, I totally had one of these. Everybody had one of these things. Fun fact about this little guy: it started off as a Gillette razor. Was the prop that Qui-Gon Jinn used in the movie to communicate, and then when Hasbro turned around and made a toy of it, they made this. So it's like a razor became a prop, and then became a toy of a razor of a prop.
That's fucking wild. Oh man, shout out to Bobacon. Fucking shout out to Bobacon.
Back in the day. Shout out to Blonde Bendu, by the way. That is an era.
The final 2 seasons of Game of Thrones, fucking Targaryen Bendu, bro. That was a time. That was a time to be alive. That was wild. Fucking wild. Thanks for that big memory.
I know, right? Dude. Memory lane. But the Comtech chips are amazing. They're so good. Hang on a second. Speaking of that just reminded me of this too. Hang on, let me roll the commercial one more time. I just want to bask.
Listen, the explosive words and sounds of the Star Wars Comtech system. Imagine yourself in the movie.
I sense a disturbance in the Force. May the Force be with you. You, Johnson. You will be a Jedi, I promise. You have been well trained.
You haven't experienced Star Wars until you've experienced Comtech. Figures come with chips, readers sold separately, batteries not included. It's your universe.
Hell yeah. It's
your Hasbro had no problem making their kid actors look dirty and beaten to shit by the end of their commercial. Like I love how
playing hard, man. That's how you play with your toys proper. You go through the wars.
It's exactly just like the computer game commercial that we use in the Dork Forces trailer now, where it's like, dude looks totally normal, but at the beginning of the commercial,
game
looks like an absolute shit show.
That was the original X-Wing. Actually, that's what that commercial was for originally.
Star Wars and Brisk.
You're talking about this guy.
Who they were.
Some game.
No, he just shouts it in her face. It's so good.
He's so deafened by the explosions and the blaster fire.
But that little Bobacon clip of us, also that video contributed to one of the funniest insults I've ever gotten in a YouTube channel comment before.
I don't know. Till this day, I think the greatest man. Oh man.
Oh my God.
I still think one of the greatest like little comments we've ever gotten was like, yeah, now I can't think of it. It was like the voiceover of like, oh man, Kyle Katarn, some guy with just a podcast. Or it was.
Oh, you're talking about the quote from Pablo Hidalgo, who referred to me as a beard mumbling through a webcam.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was so good.
Oh man.
Man. I know, yeah, right?
It's canon. Glad to catch you both live. Love watching your reactions. You pay attention to whatever's going on. And so much background knowledge of Star Wars that I keep picking up new context. Thanks. Well, thank you. That's a nice thing to say. That is just what we do here. We don't really try to do it. It just kind of happens whether we like it or not. Oh, no, but it's been a good episode. Thank you for hanging out with us, everybody. It has been a good Wednesday, my droids, here on the Dork Forces podcast. This was episode 109. We talked Andor at the Emmys. We talked about George Lucas's baller new museum, which is coming soon. We briefly teased some stuff about things I did on my trip to California, which I will be diving into in great detail next week. So you guys can stay tuned for that. There's some surprises coming along with that. Yeah, we reviewed a Gonk of the Week from Tom Powell, a beautiful little display unit, which sports a very nice little display stand for an interrogator droid. That was very, very nice. And we went down memory lane with the episode 1 Comtech reader, which, man, I want one of those so bad that just like I want to be able to customize them. Like, you know how you can make your own pogs? You had pog makers. They needed Comtech makers where you can like record a thing and have your face and put it in a little chip and be like, here's a Comtech reader of me. And you press it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
In my voice.
Yeah.
Like I've always wanted to do that. I'm sure someone on Etsy knows how to make that, but I don't know how to do those things. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. Yeah, indeed. Let's do it again soon. How does next Wednesday at 7 PST sound to you? I think it sounds pretty good to me. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And as always, may the Force be with you.
Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn from?
Whoa, okay.
All right, this is pretty sweet. Wait. Yours makes noise?
Yeah, well, it's a Target version. It's not even the real
version.
Dork Forces! Dork Forces! Dork Forces! Dork Forces! Dork Forces! Dork Forces!